Over the next few years, calisthenics is about to blow the fuck up, but not in the way that you're thinking. We see channels like Super Clarkson, Samick from the channel We Get Better, and our sport's been getting hugely popular on Instagram. Street lifting has been blowing up. Calisthenics has been blowing up. We're getting notified and mentioned by top level athletes of other sports, like the world's strongest man, Mitchell Hooper, is making videos and talking about getting into street lifting and getting into calisthenics. We are on the upward trend, and we're not going to stop anytime soon. This space is about to blow up, and I am telling you, if you don't do the things that I mentioned in this video, you will be left behind. My name is Brandon. I am a 16-year-old calisthenics athlete. I have some pretty cool PRs, 50 kilo weighted pulls, 50 kilo dips. I bench like 100 kilos for reps by this point, probably. I've done 67 handstand push-ups in one workout, crazy no dip muscle-ups, front lever holds, planche holds, all this type of stuff, one arm pull-ups, 90-degree handstand push-ups. I have the accolades. I've been into fitness for the past 5 years, doing calisthenics specifically for the past 2, and I've been doing the whole like self-improvement / like mental health accelerator type thing for the past 5 years as well. I've been able to make a ton of progress in a very short amount of time, just when it comes to all aspects of life in general. And it's because of some of these key principles that give me and guys like me an unfair advantage when it comes to literally anything in life. If you want to learn some of these, keep watching. There's little bookmarks in the bottom of this video, literally on the search bar, where you can see exactly what you need when you need it. So you can come back, you can reference this video, and you can repeat it over and over and over and over again. So you never have an excuse of, oh, I forgot to do that part. Oh, I forgot the specific key part of this mindset that he told me to have. You know exactly what it is that you need to be doing, and I'm going to be giving you as much value, and I'm going to be pushing as much content out as quickly as possible to help blow the sport up, but to also teach you and to help you blow the sport up even quicker. Let's get into the first thing. So thing number one is the outlier effect. What this essentially means is the more people you have, the bigger the talent pool is. We don't get people like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, like if you're in like basketball, for example. We don't get Messi's or Cristiano Ronaldo's. We don't get those people very often. The reason why we have people like that at the top level is because our talent pool is giant. For sports like football, for sports like basketball, our talent pool is absolutely giant. So it makes sense that every once in a while we would get the occasional freak. When it comes to calisthenics, we have some freaks among ourselves. We have people like Levon. We have other athletes. We have so many people who are just freaks of nature when it comes to our sport. When it comes to street lifting, it would probably be closer like Andre Smaev. We have people who are absolute freaks of nature who are pushing the envelopes for how far we can push our bodies and how far we can push our numbers within the sport. However, it's still a very niche sport. When you say the term street lifting, most people don't really know what you mean. They think like, street lifting, like push-ups and pull-ups, like parkour, like they think that's what that means. When it's an actual sport, it has its own like world organization. It's like powerlifting, just smaller. When you say powerlifting, people kind of know what you mean. When you say Olympic weightlifting, people kind of know what you mean. When you say bodybuilding, basically everybody and their grandma knows what you mean. Calisthenics is still tiny. Street lifting is still tiny. When we get bigger, there's going to be a much higher talent pool. And what I want to tell you, the key segment of this section of the video is that if you're average or above average right now, you're going to be tiered down very quickly because we're going to have freaks coming into the space. We're going to be constantly pushing people down the funnel. If you imagine it like a triangle of these are the top people, these are the bottom people, and everyone else in between is obviously in between. We will have more people at the top, and our top will be pushed. So right now we have the Levons. Right now we have the Smaevs. We have these people who are absolute insane athletes, who are absolutely crazy at the things that they train. We're going to have people that make them look like they're just like dimes amongst pennies, or dimes amongst quarters, or dimes amongst silver dollars, however you want to make the analogy. They're going to look much more common 5 years from now. And that's kind of scary to think about. If you have aspirations of being like a world-class athlete, like I want to be genuinely world-class at the sport one day. I'm not there yet, but one day I hope to be there. That kind of scares me to think about it. I hope that amps you up a little bit because I want you to be able to think to yourself and go, wow, There's going to be so many people who are going to be ahead of me. I need to figure out everything I possibly can in order to get to the level and be able to accelerate my progress as quickly as possible to where, yeah, they can be better than me. Yeah, they can shoot up from like, if you've ever heard the saying, like, a rocket doesn't stop like halfway up the atmosphere, like it keeps on going, that you shoot up so fast and you carry up so much momentum that you blast through your potential and you make your actual best progress versus what people think is their best progress when they're not eating right, they're not sleeping right, they're not doing the right things, they're not visualizing their sets before they do their sets. You're not doing any of that. You need to be able to do all of that autistic detail, all of that stuff, and you still will need help. You can be 10 times better at it, but there will be somebody who has slightly better genetics than you, who has 10 times, 20 times better genetics than you, with better insertions and smaller legs and a shorter height and a lighter body weight and a better body fat to muscle ratio that will perform better than you. You need things in order to keep yourself where you are, even if you're just average right now. If you ever have aspirations of like becoming more than just that, honestly, if you just want to be like average or like below average of the sport, or you're just like, oh, well, I train calisthenics for fun. Yeah, that's a part of it. But honestly, just click off right now. I don't want you here. Because it's for people who are genuinely serious about making their best progress. This isn't for guys who are just like, oh, well, the handstand's fun. what are pull up? Woo. This is for people who are actually serious. And if that's not you, then just click off. If that is you, I ask you to join me in this and to continue to listening to what I have to say. I'm going to be going over some very, very key things that I think are going to be more than just beneficial, that are not only going to change your training, but change the entire trajectory of your life. I used to be like a shy, insecure, like suicidal kid when I was younger. Now I'm about to turn 17 in 4 days. That was when I was 12. My life has completely changed. I have an amazing group of friends. I have an amazing support system around me online and in person. And I've been able to like start an online business, and I've been able to get deeper and deeper into self-improvement and my faith. And I've been the strongest and most athletic and most fulfilled I've ever been in my entire life. And right now, to be quite honest, I'm exhausted. It's currently like, I don't know, 6 p.m. What time is it? It is 6:30 p.m. I was up at 6 a.m. I've had a full day. I'm in some of the highest educational programs in my country. I've been doing school all day. I've been doing work. I was reading before I got here. I just did a full training session. I'm exhausted right now. This is the best my life has ever been, and this is the hardest I've ever been able to work, and this is the most I've been able to do, and it's because of these things. And they sound so simple and so stupid, but over a long enough time horizon, once you get to the point to where you're actually doing that 1% better every day, 10% better every day, 20% better every day, improving constantly, learning and autistically obsessing over these things, these are the things that changed my life and that I want to change your life as well. So we're getting into that right now. If you haven't realized yet, maybe you live in the United States like I do, but we live in a pretty broken world. There's a lot of people who are struggling with depression and anxiety and like mental health issues and like weird ADHD, like scrolling mentality. You see this all of the time. And around COVID time, I think we had a giant shift. If you remember, self-improvement got absolutely massive. People like Tate were getting famous. People like the Liver King and Hamza and all of these different types of people. Ian Barsigo even got like huge during COVID time because he was talking about like calisthenics and training skills and mindset and all that type of stuff. And people look up to that crazy nowadays. That space was tiny before. Nobody really cared about self-improvement. Everybody thought meditation was gay. Everybody thought like writing down what you're grateful for was gay. During that time, it exploded, and there was like this huge like masculine like purposeful essence that got brought in, and I was a product of that. That was around the time when I was like 12 years old, 11 years old, 13 years old, and I genuinely did not want to be alive anymore, and that's the thing that changed my life. Here are some of the things that helped me. What I think will translate best to you in your training, and it's not going to be like, oh, sleep better, eat better, whatever. People always talk about stuff like that in these videos. You know that go in bed an hour before you go to sleep at the same time every day, wake up at the same time every day to set your circadian rhythm. Sunlight in the morning, and do like a warm shower before bed, and like don't be overstimulated before bed. Put your phone away, keep your phone in a separate room, do the blue light filter, have your phone on do not disturb. All of that stuff. I'm not going to sit here and like blabble that on and like annoy you for the course of this video and annoy myself having to talk about it. Like, whoa, you should have a casein shake before bed because it actually helps aid the processes of sleep, but it doesn't do it directly. It's like it's correlation, not causation. That's gay. I'm going to be giving you stuff that's actually going to change your life. First thing that I want to go over, mindfulness meditation. What a lot of people do, and what I've noticed a ton within this like self-improvement type of space and within fitness in general, not so much in self-improvement because these people are better at this, but especially within like general fitness that isn't just like overall global self-improvement. It's just like you care about having big muscles or you care about like doing better at skills and all those types of stuff. You don't really care about like your health other than that. You have a shit diet, you eat shit food, you go to bed at like ridiculous times, you scroll, you binge eat your shit with girls, you don't have any friends, all that type of stuff. All you have is fitness. These are the people that I'm talking to. If you know that like you're more advanced in like self-improvement and all that kind of stuff, maybe you don't have to listen to me talk about meditation for like the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever, but you can listen to me talk about it if you're to the level to where objectively you know that you're not at the level to where you want to be when it comes to just like your life in a fully circular fashion. So if you imagine like a skill tree in a video game, you have like the origin, like the starting point, and then you have the skills all the way at the end. It's kind of like a hexagon or an octagon, or like it's like lines around. It's not like a circle, but it's like lines around. You have different stats. You have calisthenics and then weightlifting and then fitness, but then you have like all these other ones, like how good are you with girls? How good are you at socializing? How confident are you? How much money do you have? How purposeful are you making your money with? All of these types of things contribute, and this is going to give you like a blooming effect in all of these. So this is why I need you to listen to me, because it's so important. I'm not going to keep edging you. I'm going to get straight into it. Edging. I'm going to get straight into it, and we're just going to be talking about it. Mindfulness meditation. I've meditated probably hundreds of hours in my life over the course of the past 5 years. And I want to say it is the most key thing towards like a happy, calm, peaceful mental state. One of the worst things you can do for gains, one of the worst things you can do for sleep, one of the worst things you can do for just your life in general is experience stress, is experience constant switching in actions. Because humans, if you think about like caveman times and like those types of things, we didn't really do a whole lot. We sat, we hung out with each other. There would be like a crazy event where like we would fight, or like we hunt the boar, and then or like we went after the saber tooth or the mammoth or whatever. And then we were kind of chilled the rest of the day. We're not trying to waste energy. We would build things and we would manufacture. And yes, we would get into fights. I'm not like arguing with that. But it was always like one task. Now you see young guys, and I see this all the time, and I still have to sometimes correct myself. I have to literally like blink and cure my own brain. I still see this sometimes, where guys in between sets will be scrolling on their phone. They're constantly switching tasks. They'll like be doing their chalk, and then like they'll do their chalk while like listening to music. And then while listening to music, they'll be scrolling like with Instagram reels on mute. And then like, but their music is playing, but they're reading what the thing's saying. And then like they'll go and like message their friend at the same time. Then, oh, I have to do my handstands. And then they fall over 20 times and they wonder why. Because you're not focused. If you had the capacity to focus for long periods of time, where it's training yourself to come back to the focus, come back to the breath, is how you do it in meditation. So you sit there, you sit down, you pick a chill, nice spot. Honestly, you see videos of people outside meditating all the time. That is complete bullshit. There's bugs, it's hot, it's raining. Don't do it outside. If you can find like a comfortable spot in the morning to do it outside where you're chilling, you're cool, and you like it, that's completely fine. Find a corner in your room. I do it sometimes in the bathroom after I shower. Like I'll just sit on the floor, like up against the bathtub. Like the bathtub would come up to my back, like right here. I just sit up against it, like in my against my bathtub, meditate 20 minutes. And you don't have to start there. What I want you to do is I just want you to get the idea of it in your head. If you're a beginner, there's a cat right there. I want you to get an idea of it in your head as a beginner. All I want you to do is just do this with me. I want you to do 3 breaths. I don't care if you're on a subway. I don't care if you're like around your family. Just put your head down. Try and make it not obvious, and just do 3 breaths to where you breathe hard through your stomach. You like try and get the breath to go into your balls. That's how deep you're breathing. If you've ever read the book, The Way of the Superior Man, it's like a full like spirituality, like comprehensive guide to like masculine, like self-improvement type stuff. If you've ever read that book, it goes into this. Breathe like deep into your balls. There's people over there who are like giggling because I'm saying to breathe into your balls. If you've ever read that book or you've seen those things, this is what you do. You breathe in and then out. I want you to do that 3 times right now. I'm literally going to say silent for like the next 10 seconds. This is what I want you to do. So you've done it. That is a process that you're going to repeat over and over and over. That's just like stage one, is just getting the breath going. Stage two would be actually staying present in the moment. What does that even mean? I've come to find that it kind of depends on the situation. There's a bunch of different ways of doing it. What a lot of people do is they kind of get upset, like if they have a thought or if they think or if they breathe wrong or they lose their breath or whatever, because they were thinking about something else or focus on something else. Maybe like you'll start biting your finger randomly. Maybe like there'll be like a bed sheet or like a piece of clothes that you're playing with or like a towel or whatever that you start playing with in the middle of it. And then you get upset at yourself. That's the point. That's when it comes to meditation, the whole point is to lose focus and then regain it back. That's when you're actually doing like the concentric rep. That's when you're actually doing like the positive rep where you're practicing the movement and getting better at it. If, for example, you were to only ever do workouts to where you never hit failure, you never had to like grind or grit or whatever, and technique was always 10 out of 10. And when I said 10 out of 10, I mean like literally it looks the exact same like this the whole time and never even slows down slightly. If your workouts always look like that, you're probably fucking skinny. Or you're probably like blasting steroids like Mike Israel. No offense to Mike Israel for whatever reason he ever watches. I love the guy. He's like one of my favorite YouTubers. But motherfucker, train hard, please. Imagine getting upset at hitting failure. Now, obviously, if you're like a more advanced guy and you're doing like peaking programs and all that type of stuff, like, yeah, if you hit failure by accident, that's like a negative thing or whatever. But if you're just beginner and you're just getting into the gym just for fitness and fun and like you're trying to get better at pull-ups and I ain't bars to go 2-step method, like all that kind of stuff, imagine getting upset that you hit failure. Think about how like brain dead of an opinion that would be in your own head. That's not what you want. And the one habit that I do want to give to you is meditation. You want to be able to focus and like this peaceful, like masculine, like not like angry, not this weird like rage where you see those Instagram edits where it's like all I feel is rage, and then it's like the guy screaming and doing like shit form push-ups and all that type of thing. It's like it's so retarded. That's not how you actually live life. You want to have not a peaceful but a focused and intentful session. You don't want to be randomly doing like random bullshit. You don't want to be hanging out and like goofing off like a crazy amount with your friends. Like obviously in between rest breaks, if you're like training with a buddy and you want to do like you want like talk one-on-one or hang out or whatever, and like that's cool. Like you're doing a session literally to hang out with each other and like do something productive at the same time, or like you both had gym sessions on the same day. Like in between sets, that's cool. Fist bump, like talk, make jokes, go talk to that girl, whatever, like all that type of stuff. But 90 to 95% of your sessions should be 10 out of 10 seriousness. Should be, I'm here to focus, headphones on, hoodie on, smile at people, wave at people, but keep it at that. Don't get into the habit of like you're doing handstand holds and your friend's like nudging you or screwing with you, or like he throws a kick every once in a while, or like he goes to like punch your side or any of those types of things, because it's just going to ruin your progress. And it's, even if that one set gets ruined, you might be thinking, oh, it's one set. It's not. It's the rest of the workout, because you're going to be thinking about that one set. Now, because you failed the one set, you're going to be a different level of tiredness than you otherwise would be. Now your mood has shifted because you kind of were laughing or you're annoyed or whatever. You want to stay as neutral as possible, or filled with like as much purpose slash like, not pride as in like the negative kind, but pride as in like the fulfillment. Like, yes, I have been able to do this thing. I'm about to do this thing. I'm going to lift this weight. I'm going to do this skill. I'm going to do this combination, whatever. You want to have that level of like fulfillment. And meditation, I'm telling you, is the biggest cheat code for this. It is so simple what 5 minutes a day can do to you. I'm telling you, research like how crazy of a boost meditation is. It literally lowers all of like the negative hormones, basically, like along with sleep. It's probably, other than sleeping more, I would say is like the best thing you could be doing. Other than sleep, is probably the best thing you can be doing. Genuinely. And it's so crazy. Meditation and gratitude journaling. Writing down things you're grateful for in the morning, at nighttime, throughout the day. Better yet, saying it to people, writing messages, sending voice notes, all that type of stuff will genuinely 10x your life, and you will actually progress faster in fitness, you'll progress faster in your business, and you will do better with your friendships, your relationships, and your own mental health if you do these two things that maybe take you 10 minutes a day. Dedicating 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes to meditation, 5 minutes to gratitude journaling, maybe 10 minutes to meditation. Maybe you get to the level of me where you're doing 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour a day. I swear to God, will change your life in a way you could never fucking comprehend. That's been the second thing. The habit that you need to take on, because we do live in a broken world. And this is your one thing that's going to allow you to projectile forward, that's going to allow you to break out of the stratosphere into that outer layers of the atmosphere, and it's going to allow you to progress into fucking space when it comes to your progress, when it comes to calisthenics, but not just that, but with the rest of your life as well. The third thing I want to go over is posting on social media. This movement wants to grow. I want to make this as big as fucking possible. And I think every single other influencer would agree with me. If I could have a conversation with 50 of the top calisthenics influencers, I fucking guarantee you, all of them would say, yes, we want this movement to grow. I guarantee you, all the guys who have their paid schools like I do, who have like their own courses and teachings and coaching, I fucking guarantee you, all of them would say, yes, we want it to grow. I guarantee you, all of the guys who have no friends, who all of their friends are doing gym training, who they can't relate to because they're doing calisthenics. Not many people do that. People don't care about handstands or really muscle ups or any of that type of stuff. Everybody wants to weightlift and get bigger biceps and like attract the girl and all that type of stuff. And that guy maybe wants that too, sure, but he wants to do it in a different way. I guarantee you, if you ask 100 of them, they will all say, we want the sport to grow. You have a passion and a purpose towards your sport, and you have a duty to it to help it progress. And what I'm asking you to do is just post progress, make those cool edits that motivate people, do those cool edits and educational content and all this type of stuff in order to actually motivate people to do the thing that it is that you want to happen. It's to do the same. Because why do you watch these videos? Why are you going to start posting? Why are you going to start taking action in your life? It's because somebody on the internet or somebody in real life, but let's be real, in this day and age, it's probably someone on the internet. Those people motivated you and gave you the drive to do the thing to make change, and it changed your life forever. What I'm asking you to do is I want you to do that same thing, but for another younger version of yourself. If you imagine 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14, 15, 16-year-old version of yourself, you literally like 5-10 years ago when you were the most lost you've ever been, the most broken you've ever been, the most hopeless you've ever felt. And this sport is the thing that got you out of that, or this sport is the thing that like set you to the next level. So maybe you got into the fitness or like regular self-improvement, or you got good at social skills, or you got good at an instrument, whatever it was, whatever that thing was, you can have the opportunity to save someone's life. Think about how crazy that is. The only reason I did not want to kill myself was because I saw people talking about the life that they had, the enjoyment and fulfillment that they had, and that was something that resonated with me. And I could see myself 5 years from now as a fucking 12-year-old. You can't comprehend 5 years for shit. There were people who got me to see myself 5 years from now feeling that way. And now I'm here. And now hopefully I'm able to do the same thing for you. So I'm speaking to you completely from the heart when it comes to this. I want to be able to make an impact, and I want you to be able to do the same. And guess what? Maybe you'll be able to make a lot of money off it. Maybe you'll be able to get famous and notoriety and like positive fame if that's what you're into. I'd like a little bit of notoriety. I think that'd be a little bit neat. You have the opportunity to change the life of someone. You have the opportunity to touch someone's heart and affect them in a way they've never been affected before for the better. And you not posting, and you not trying to make progress, and you not feeling a duty towards your younger self is just a bitch move. That's all that it is. If you're interested, that's been everything. Just real quick, because I've gave you like a decent bit of value, just sit here with me. Okay. I motivated you. I gave you like a bunch of stuff to think about, a bunch of stuff to progress on. Just hear me out for the next like minute or two. I do have a paid product, my Maloney Athlete Academy. Essentially, it's just, we do as of right now, we do daily group calls. I can't promise that forever. We do like a morning coffee hours. We do coaching calls at least 1 to 2 times a week. We have a community of other young guys and older guys who are in there who are trying to make their absolute best progress in calisthenics. We have courses made by me on literally how I program and how I train skills and all that type of stuff. So if you want similar results to me or even better results than me, or you just want little tidbits of knowledge or whatever, all of that is included. Tons of bonus stuff, tons of lectures, tons of more like educational material and training programs and all this shit. I put so much work into this. It's not even funny. Literally, these videos maybe take me like a couple hours to put together. Each course in there takes me like 10x the amount of time. Right now, I'm literally reading an entire book by doctors and deciphering, like, have you ever read like a medical analysis or like a meta-analysis or whatever about like something that's fairly complicated, like a biology textbook or like a math textbook, but you don't really understand biology or math or like what they're talking about in the meta-analysis? That's what I'm doing. I'm having to decipher what words mean. I'm reading an entire educational book on recovery in order to bring a course to you guys. And it's going to be like the entire book, maybe 10, 20 hours of my work condensed into an hour. And I'm going to be giving you all of the good stuff. That's something that maybe not this second, but will be in there at some point. And you'll be able to access it first if you join right now. So that's all I ask from you. My name has been Brandon. Keep doing the best, doing your best. Trust God. Signing off.